And welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Fata Morgana. So we are going to continue the story and see how the story of Michelle is going to uncover how everything will go on. The Amy is just like horrible, but also stunning. And yeah, like, but she's horrible. Also, there's something I just realized just before I clicked recording, so I thought like I would just mention it. Like on this picture right here, I haven't seen this shadow before. Is this Morgana? We have a face and a hand with gloves here. Look at these nails. I never realized that. Was it here before or is it new? Maybe it wasn't here before. Well, anyway, let's just go. And yep, that's that one. Let's go. One day, after around 6 months of servants refusing to make eye contact, I stopped one and made a request to have a mirror brought to my room. Oh. While he didn't acknowledge me, the next day I had my mirror. By that point, I was very certain I knew what was happening to my body. I had no clothes to wear, because none of the multicolored dresses hanging in my wardrobe fit me anymore. Putting the heavy red cloth covering the mirror aside, my completely naked body came into view. Ha. Something resembling a mix of chuckle and sigh of pity spilled from my lips. This is me. 6 months. After only 6 months' time, I could hardly recognize myself. Extending my hands to the mirror, I traced the outline of my bony reflection. My shoulders lacked mother curves, and my skin Amy's sheen. I was pale and haggard, but structurally, I looked like my brothers. Okay, so 1 second. So from the very beginning, when Michelle been born, they just like decided mentally that Michelle is a daughter. Like, Michelle always been a guy and was just raised as the girl. Like, in my previous theories, I thought like it's other ways around, like they needed like the head of the family or something. But it seems like other way around, like they had only boys as children, and like mother wanted to have at least one daughter. And like decided, oh, this is going to be a daughter, and just like raised him like that, or something. Huh. Looks like that's the case then. Obviously, being younger than them and not as active, my muscles lacked any kind of strength. But I wouldn't have batted an eye if I saw myself holding a sword. I was full head taller than I had been 6 months earlier, but still, I still think about what the guy in the cottage said. Is it true that you don't have? So it all goes to like, if they will tell me like what genitals Michelle have, basically, to determine which like which way it is. It's like he was raised as the girl or the girl was raised. No, it must be this way. Okay, I will just read. I'm just confusing myself for no reason. And I felt an odd certainty and wasn't on growing either. Staring at myself in the mirror, I traced my name across the surface. Michelle. I don't need the last two. Oh, that's how Michelle, the one that we know, came to be. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely a huge change. Yep. Okay, how do I... Yeah. Okay. So... Yeah, so what I think was true, like... It was other ways around, so basically they just forced him to think like he's a girl, basically. Like they raised him as the girl, and then like he grew up, he started to have like voice change, and like overall just growing and becoming more, looking more like a guy in the like physic manners. So Michelle was right all this time, like felt like something is off. Okay, I see. For the first time in my life, I liked my name. I still didn't think an angel's name suited me one bit. But it was staggering how different it felt now, even if it sounded exactly the same. Those two last letters changed the meaning entirely, turning it from the girl's name to a boy's name. Now this makes sense. Everything was falling into place. My admiration for Didier, the envy I had for my brother's bodies, the feeling I had for Amy, the indecent dreams I've been having. I was always male. Wow, he just like went crazy. But also, why? Okay, but one is like confusing to me a little bit, you know? If he's always been a guy, then what is the lie that Giselle was like accusing him for, basically? Because I thought like the lie would be like, you were a girl, basically. And we couldn't like have children or something, you know? Stuff like this. But seems like that's not the case. Because he's always been a guy, so he didn't lie to her about his gender. To Giselle. So that's kind of confusing to me still. I guess I will learn something. Oh wait, what if... Oh fuck, I just realized. Oh fuck. Wait. Did like... parents like castrated him when like he's been a just like baby? Oh fuck, I just realized that could be a thing. Oh god. I cackled like a fool for the first time in life. I mean, they could do this in the like... They had like surgeons and stuff like back in the day, right? I crackled like a fool for the first time in my life. I laughed so hard at the sight of myself, my stomach hurt. It was the first glimmer of light I had seen in this locked room for far too long. This was what it was supposed to look like. My life up until 6 months ago constricted and uncomfortable. My life as the girl was all a lie. No one could possibly look at me and call me an angel. I was always a boy, but I had been told I was a girl, forced to act like one. Seems like it. But of course that wouldn't feel right. If like they actually did something to him when he was a child, then that would make sense why the guy in the cottage said, is that true that you don't have? Because he recognized him as the guy, but asked this question anyway. Whoa, shit. They needed to know. I couldn't be the only one who understood. Everyone in this house needed to. Fueled by one desire, I wrapped the sheet on my shoulders and threw open my door. It seems ridiculous how long I had followed Mother's instructions and remained copied up in my room. And now I felt fantastic. If there truly was a God in heaven, then this change within me was his answer to my prayers. A manservant carrying a tray of food did a double take as I passed him. The further I proceed through the corridors, the more eyes I felt on me. The midday sun shone obnoxiously bright through the windows, but now, with its piercing radiation illuminating my proper self, I felt an odd affection for the light. I could hear the family gathered in the hall, everyone but me. Didier's voice complained about the simple meals the church provided, but his pride came through in his laughter. George's voice playfully bragged about life at the royal court. Father's voice informed everyone his investments had borne fruit, and with money he had purchased several new estates. Mother's voice was distinctively less bright than the rest of the family. Yeah, because... well... oh, fuck. Yep, because daughter is changing, like daughter... you wanted daughter and yeah, like you couldn't stop the growth. She gave vague, empty indications she was listening, but mostly stayed out of the conversation. Amy's voice sang her praises for Georges, her beloved husband. Never mind the fact she was sleeping with Didier. It was all facade, a mere shadow of the family. It's a shame Michelle couldn't be here. Then we would have everyone. I was there. I was right there. I had gone anywhere. You had just locked me in my room. I hope she recovers soon. I was never sick at all. The child you called Michelle was actually your son. That was all there was to it. Huh? Yeah. Everyone gazes concentrated on me. I gave them all a quick glance, and then, with my deepened voice, I said, I'm cured. I was cured 6 months ago. Who are you? Surely you haven't forgot my face, have you? Father. Michelle? This boy is Michelle? A wave of chatter spread through the hall. Mother went pale. Father objected. Didier started. Georges gasped. Amy watched cautiously, fear in her eyes. What a farce. They were the ones who had wrongly decided I was a girl. Someone tell me what is the meaning of this. You are dressing your son up like a girl, Mother? I assumed he was a girl. Otherwise I wouldn't have put my hands on him like that. You lied to me. I would have never agreed to it had I known. Oh! Is this the backstory that we had like a little glimpse of like someone angry that I couldn't believe it? Something like that? So that was like Amy talking to the family, not like to the Michelle? Oh, okay. No, you're wrong. She's Michelle, it's my daughter. You call that a girl? All these months I was worried because you said he was sick, but all that was a lie. You couldn't pass him off as a girl anymore, so lock him up in his room. Is that what it is? And you could have just stayed there. What possesses you to show yourself now? Stop that, don't look at me. Don't give me that look. You said you can tell what's going through my mind, don't you? What? Then you should know exactly how I feel about you right now. Don't be damn full of yourself. I have no interest in a whore like you. Ooh. Ooh. Like, I can see why they like exalted him, you know? Like, from like the standpoint of like this like rich noble family, basically, the Bollingers, yeah, they're just like terrible and fucked up. But yeah, like, this is basically like, yeah, there's something on your mind, like, just like, we just exile you, you know? Just like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. The like nobles and stuff like that would do that, like, I can clearly see. So why don't you go crying to Didier's arms? Yeah, he's just like destroying everything here. You. Huh? What? What are you talking about? Why Didier? Why not me? What? Hey, anyone wants to explain that to me? What had once been a nice family meal was now utter chaos. For the brief moment I felt sorry for Georges, but that whisked away almost immediately. There was a crash of the table and dishes fell, shattering against the floor. Cursed. Yeah, I can see. A chilling darkness oozed from her voice. She's cursed. She was my daughter, I saw it with my own eyes. I gave birth to her, she was a girl, Michelle was a girl. A malevolent curse had been placed on her. When Mother lifted her head, I had difficulty believing. That was the same woman who had sat by my bedside as I lay sick, sacrificing sleep to care for me. Her hair was a fuzzled mess, and the deep creases covered her face. Restrain her, throw her in her room, and lock the door. She's the girl. A girl. She was a girl. I swear it. Open your eyes. Do I sound like a girl? Do I look anything like a girl? Mother Christ, sent me into the frenzy. And you ripped my sheets off my shoulders, throwing it to the floor. I'm not a girl. And shouted. Restrain her, please someone restrain her. Fear reigned in the great hall. But then several moments of icy silence was broken by the muttering that shocked me as much as anyone else. You're not a boy or a girl. What on earth are you? Okay, so... Okay, two possibilities. First of all, like I said, like the parents did something to his lower part, basically, when he's been just a kid. Or, I don't know if condition like that exists, to be honest. Probably there is. That's probably like some kind of like rare thing or something when like your lower half does not develop as it should or something. So basically he's been born without the pee-pee. Basically, I think. Could that be the truth? So basically, physically he's been a boy, but as the kid, basically they thought it's a girl because of that. Because that's the only part like you can like distinguish like if the kid is the boy or the girl. Huh. To be honest, I didn't know there's condition like this. I mean, I know there's like a lot of like different like mutations and stuff that could like happen during pregnancy, and there's like a lot of like different children that are born in different ways, but I don't think I heard about something like this before. Huh. This is interesting actually. You are an abomination. You are not a boy. You are an abomination. I am what? I had seen myself in the mirror. I was undoubtedly male. Lacking strength, though it may have been, I had visible muscles. My chest was flat, and I was taller than the girl should be. My voice was deep, and I had an obvious lump in the middle of my throat. I was male. I had to be male. What else could I be? So why? Why was Amy looking at me like some kind of strange creature? A chill ran down my spine, and I suddenly found myself deeply uncomfortable being so exposed. There's nothing there. You've got nothing there. Nothing there? Okay, yeah. Because this body been like normal to Michelle all this time, especially when he was raised as the girl. And he never realized like this is not how the boy's body looks. Probably never saw as well and stuff. I mean, come on, like, how old was he? I didn't understand what she was talking about. Unable to press further, I was silent, at which point several servants burst into the great hall and restrained me. She's the girl, she's my daughter. Mother, seemingly in the mad days, just repeated the same thing over and over. She was a girl. As mother wailed, she wandered off somewhere. Father stood there in silence. Amy stared at me with disgust in her eyes. Joseph was still in panic, and Didier clenched his fists. Eventually I started regaining my composure, which is when I realized I had made a mistake. My sickness had been made into a curse. Yeah. Okay. I was once more caged up in my room. In addition to the door being locked from the outside, the windows were boarded over so no one could see me in, leaving me in the perpetual darkness. Okay, that's so fucked up. Oh my god, Bolingers are like the worst, I swear. What the fuck? But at least like we have answer, right? So I still don't know, because they could just like the parents could just act like this, right? Basically, there could be some operation on him when being a child, or actually it's some deformation that just like came out naturally, you know? It's one of these things. I would rather think this is like natural phenomenon, you know? I don't think like I don't want to think like they actually did it on purpose just because they wanted the girl. I want to think that they just like made a mistake because, well, how can you not make a mistake? But then like, yeah, that's, I don't know, like the mother reaction there is like like extreme at least. I guess like because she always wanted the girl, and that was like always on her mind, and she broke when she discovered that it's not a girl. And it's like it have, oh yeah, let's continue. We all saw what happened. We understand it can be one of the two things. I don't know. You can actually let me know in the comments what do you think. You think like that was a natural phenomenon or parents actually did something to him? I wonder what's your take on this. Which side it was. I received no visitors except the servants, and again, none of them would look me in the eye. Every day was the same, day in and day out, day in and day out. The only time the routine changed was when on occasion, a servant would arrive bearing a letter. It was my mother's handwriting on the parchment. We lived in the same house, yet she refused to show herself before me. Also, does that mean the painting that he had before, that he's like, he freaked out because of the girl back then? Was it Amy? He was like looking if that was the Amy portrait, because Georges is the painter, so I assume that he could like bring the portrait of Amy or something. I don't mean the portrait that Michelle has in the room. I mean the portrait that came out with the supplies at some point and he just freaked out. Was that Amy there? Like, he thought it was Amy, maybe. We live in the same house, yet she refused to show herself before me. I had no choice but to respond to her letters. She demanded I speak like a girl. I didn't have the strength to defy her. And I didn't have strength to defy her. There was the constant sense of urgency to her letters. Like she might fall apart completely at any second. And so I did as she said. I signed each letter Michelle. The female name she bestowed upon me at birth, which I so despised. Every time I used that name, I felt like I was denying my own identity. On paper she expressed her concern for me, but the concern only served to cause me more pain. So every time I took my quill, my hand trembled. Mother? Prayed daily that my curse might one day be broken. Am I cursed? Is that why my body changed? Was it not because I was male? There's nothing there. What did she mean by that? Yeah, like, Michelle is completely clueless about this. Okay. Like I said, like, before like this whole happened, like, Michelle being 14, I believe? So Michelle right now on this is like, it was 6 months ago. So still 14 or 15. Right? Because it didn't like year didn't pass, it's been a few months. So still like 14 or 15, yeah. Obviously like he's clueless about stuff. Why did she look at me the way she did? How am I an abomination? Why? I don't understand. Someone, anyone, please tell me. Yeah. You only saw like upper bodies basically of brothers. Someone please. I brought you supper. I'll be back shortly to retrieve your dishes. I'll be going then. Wait. What? Wait a minute. Yes? What do you need, Michelle? You are a man or a woman? Pardon? Which are you? I'm exactly what I appear to be. Which are you? I'm a man. If that is all, I'll be going now. Clothes off. What? Take your clothes off, right now. Everything, even your underclothes. Yeah, he wants to see like whole body instead of just like upper bodies like he saw in the brothers. Yeah. So that's how he learned, basically. Should you jest, Michelle? I'm very serious. I could not possibly. Why not? I could not expose myself. I ordered you to take off your clothes. You mean to humiliate me? I beg you please reconsider. What are you? You're a servant of the Bollinger estate. And what am I? I'm a child of the Bollinger family. I may be locked up, imprisoned in this room, but it doesn't make you any less my servant. Am I wrong? Clothes off. Michelle? I ordered you to take your clothes off. Okay. Not even the tiniest silver guilt aroused my conscience. I felt no shame in what I was doing. All that mattered to me was figuring out what Amy had meant. I wanted to find the truth. Not knowing, I would have been off in the dark. His face twisted in humiliation, the servant undressed before me. In the dim candlelight, the man's body was shaped almost like a rectangle, and at a glance he didn't appear much different from me. A second later, though, I found my answer. I found the one crucial thing he had I didn't. Why? My lower body lacked the part that made a man a man. Are you satisfied, Michelle? Sorry for the cut, I've been interrupted. Let's continue. It was then that I finally learned what man's body was supposed to look like. I'm begging you, please allow me to dress. It would be an unbearable shame to remain unclothed any longer. For the young Bollinger's daughter. Daughter? You still insist on calling me damn girl. Look at his shoulders, my chest, listen to my voice. How can you possibly think any of that belongs to a girl? And how you appear does not. There was a distinct look in fear in the manservant's eyes. Not out of respect for our difference in rank, but out of disgust for this incomprehensible thing standing there before him. Those trembling eyes, and the reality dangling there before me, blew the lid once more of everything I had been holding back. Without that, you would be no different than me. What? Everything else all the same. So why? Why does it make such a difference? That you have one and I don't? Well, I am a man. I'm a man just like you. I'm no one's daughter. And if you still insist we are not the same, then I will make you like me. Oh shit! Without that, you're no different than me. It was a mix of dread and panic that pushed me over the edge. And so, in order to keep myself afloat, I decided to bring another pain. Please don't do this, Michelle. In a blind frenzy, hardly even aware of what I was doing, just riding the current of my eruption emotions, I swiped a knife off the tray the man had brought, knocked him down and climbed onto him. I'll get rid of it. I'll make you the same. What the actual fuck? You voted. You'll be just like me. Get off me, please. Someone help. I'll make you just like me. Get in here, someone, anyone. Michelle? She's delirious. Through the fog of hysteria, I suddenly realized I was surrounded by the several servants. The next thing I knew, I was on the floor beneath them. There was as many, if not more of them, than when I had made scene in the great hall. A dozen manservants stared down at me, their eyes filled with fear and revulsion. And in the shadows beyond the crowd, I saw Mother looking in on me with vacant eyes. Mother? Mother, why? Why will you only speak to me through letters? Why do you say I'm cursed? Mother, I'm male. I was always male. Tell me that I am, Mother. Let me out of here, please. I'm not delirious, my head is perfectly clear. I'm normal, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm not cursed. Mother, say something. Mother? After that I was shut in my room again, and even the servants stopped coming. I pushed, and I shoved, and I pulled, and I pounded with all my strength, but the door and windows didn't budge. A day passed, and another, with no food or water. I started fearing death was upon me. I had no idea how miserable it was to go on so long without water. My throat was dry and cracked, and it felt like it was on fire, making breathing difficult. This is so fucked up. 2 days. 48 long hours. I felt like I was going to lose my mind. After just 2 days, my skin stretched tight across my bones, looking hard and dry in the soft candlelight. Water. I need water. Someone please give me water. Why won't anyone bring me any... Why? My family had abandoned me and were leaving me to die in this room. When I realized that, I broke into uncontrollable shaking. The helplessness threatened to suffocate me. Fear of death turned to panic, which only scrambled my already confused mind further. I grabbed a chair, swinging at the window, at the door. But all my attempts ended in crushing failure. Anyone? I clouted the door, begging for help. Someone opened the door. Anyone? Water, I need water. 1 drop, that's all I need. I'm going to die in here. Someone. Anyone. Mother, father, Didier, Georges. Someone open the door, please. Help me. Someone. I need water. My throat hurts. It burns. I'm so weak. Someone, water. Didier, Georges. Anyone. But not a single soul came to the door. With no food or water. The 3rd day came and went, and the 4th. What the fuck? How long they going to... Oh my god, they really wanted him to die here. Holy shit! 4 days without food or water? Are you fucking serious? By that point, I was expectedly devoid of any sense of dignity, and I sat there, covered in all manner of human filth, as my body quickly wasted away. Still I clung to the vain hope that someone would open the door. It was all I had. Occasionally, I would hear footsteps. Whenever I did, I mustered up the meager strength I had left to bang on the door. Whoever's there, please, open the door. I'm begging you, someone. But my pleas fell on deaf ears. Though they didn't respond to me, I could hear the Abigails muttering to one another in the corridor. Did you hear that? Yes, I did. I wonder what's gotten into Lady Michelle. They say she was cursed. Maybe she sold her soul to the devil. How dreadful. You should stay away from that door. We don't want to be cursed too. I'm not. I'm not cursed. I did not sell my soul to the devil. I'm kinda scared. I might have to find work somewhere else. Gotta make sure we stay away from that door. Why do you think I'm cursed? I never did anything wrong. Lady Michelle has lost her mind. She's deranged. I'm scared when thinking about her. I'm not deranged. My mind is perfectly fine. She's right crazy. She's right mad. No, I'm not. I'm perfectly normal. Someone please get me out of here. Huh. So it kinda changes what I learned before. And kinda shatters my view on the third door ending. Because... the whole idea was that Michelle is the white-haired girl. And in the third door, we are a female white-haired girl, and we saw a Michelle out there. But turns out Michelle is actually a guy. Oh. Okay. Okay, no. It's too hot. I cannot think. I'm seriously, it's too hot to think anything. Like today is like horrible, I swear. Oh. But yeah, like this game, the more information you get, the more previous endings changes. You know? This is like pretty cool. It still keeps me thinking, like making me think about the third door ending. After the third door. What this information changes now then for that? I mean, back in the third door, I guess Michel still didn't like reclaim himself, right? Didn't knew what he is. So the third door is from the perspective of Michel, like of the age of like 13 or lower, basically. Like his mind was still there of thinking of himself as the white-haired girl. Wait, no, wait, I'm wrong. Because at that point, Michel reclaimed himself, so he knew that he's a... I don't remember. I'm confused. Okay, I would just read. Seriously, like it's too hot to like think about anything. I will think about this later. I cannot today. 5th and day 6th day passed. Well, that's fucked up. But at that point I was hovering on the death's brink. I lacked even the willpower to hold myself up against the door. So I simply lay on the cold floor, waiting for the end. I felt no sorrow, no anger, no despair, nothing. I've been sucked completely dry. I couldn't even compose a coherent thought. Which is why when the door opened, when the door I had so yearned to open actually did. And someone stepped inside, standing over me. I was unable to process it. My god, what a mess. What the fuck is this? Hey, you still alive? Well, look at that. I was afraid you would be dead. It was Amy's voice. Okay. That bitch. This is terrifying as fuck. This is terrifying. I hate this face already. Oh my god. I swear to god, don't drink this. I swear, like this is poison, like something. Like I just fucking know. I hate her. Oh my god. This is terrifying. I'm sorry, really. I didn't mean you much harm. Fuck you. But after what you said in front of the whole family, I was a little upset. Huh? I couldn't tell what she was saying. All I could hear was the garbled sounds. And all I could do was moan at her. It was the servants are all afraid of you now, after your little episode. So I volunteered to bring you food in their place. Everyone was so grateful. I don't think anyone likes you anymore. Eventually, my muddy mind managed to make sense of the thing she was holding in her hands. A tray of food. I could smell it from here. At first, I just gave your food to a stray cat. I wish you could have seen it devour every last bit. Water? What I didn't know, though, was that people can die in just a few days without water. I never intended to kill you. I just didn't know. So I'm really sorry about that. Water? But you're alive. For someone so physically weak, you sure are tenacious. Isn't that nice? You have one thing you can be proud of. Water. What was that? Water? You want water? Hold on, I've got some right here. She picked up a goblet with her delicate fingers. My hands swiped weakly at the air, trying to grab it. A grin spread across her lip. I hate her. Oh my god, I hate this episode. Holy shit. And then she'll go. You bitch. Can we somehow kill her? You're wondering. Better hurry, or the rag will absorb it all. You wanted water, didn't you? Then drink. In that moment, I could hear the sound the last of my dignity crumbled away. Driven solely by the survival instinct, I bent down towards the rug. Pressed my lips against the spreaded puddle. You really did it. It's too good, Michelle. You look like a cat. No, cats are more graceful. I can't stop laughing. The daughter of the prestigious family, the bullinger sucking water out of the carpet. I hate this so much. It triggers me so much. Oh my god. I wish I had painter here to capture this image on canvas. So you know, I will accept that I made a mistake, Michelle. I promise I will bring you food from now on. I will take very good care of you. That's going to be fun. Listening to her childish yet deeply malicious laughter, I understood. I was her plaything now. My hell was only just the beginning. Having gotten food and water, my body recovered somewhat. But I was hardly in peak condition. That would take some time, given how badly malnourished I had been. Amy continued to treat me like her pet, constantly stroking the flame of the rage within me. But I was too weak to stay on my feet for long, and talking hurt my throat. I assumed it was calculated effort on her part to maintain power over me, to keep me as miserable as possible. She always had a smirk on her face as she gazed down on me. I hate this, CG. Come on, open up. Today I'm going to feed you myself. What's the matter? I can't put anything in with your mouth closed. Or do you want to starve to death? Amy, why are you doing this? Because it's fun, what else? You married into this family, you sick wench. Who gives you, what gives you the idea that you can treat me? Are you saying that because I'm married in, I'm a lesser statue than you? That's true, I am. But what's the point? You think you can intimidate me with formalities? Amy? Yeah, I would not speak my name, if you wouldn't mind. That doesn't excuse your treatment of me. Someone, Didier or Georges, will make you pay for this. You don't have a single friend here, Michelle. No one to take your side. And no one to say a thing about me playing with you. Assuming you are somehow able to tell someone, no one would believe you. It's a lie. They have an idea what people say about you. They say you've gone mad, that you sold your soul to the devil. Do you honestly believe anyone will trust you? I'm not mad. I don't know, you look plenty too mad to me. Fine, then I will run away. I'll escape from this estate and from you. You think you could survive out in the world with that body? A stray cat could live more than you. You would never find work. I give you a week at best. You can't be sure of that. Maybe I could make it on my own. Maybe. But either way, there's no way you're getting out. You try to run, someone might just cut your legs off. How is that all that necessary? Don't ask me. Maybe because maybe your curse hasn't broken? You know, you're lucky you're even allowed to leave. You should be grateful to me for volunteering to take care of you. Also, there's like very silent soundtrack, by the way, in the background that you probably cannot hear, sadly. It's like extremely silent soundtrack. I didn't change any volume in the game, I think. Yeah, in the game not. In the OBS I don't think so too. Yeah, I didn't change it. It's just very silent soundtrack. And it's kinda creepy. Hopefully you can hear a little bit of it at least. Unless it's copyrighted and I will have to get rid of it. You should be grateful to me for volunteering to take care of you. Nobody else wanted to have anything to do with it. So if you want to keep living, you have to show me some respect, and you have to do everything I tell you. Understood? So this is the real you. You're just pretending to be respectable. When in reality, not only are you sleeping with Didier, you're a downright vile woman. You've put in an act ever since you got here. Oh, you make it sound like I'm somewhat worse than anyone else. I'm quite normal, thank you. Thank you. How is this normal? Listen to me, Michelle. The sight of me you see right now isn't necessarily the whole thing. The sweet girl I am for the family is also me. And when I held you in my arms, that too was me. I'm not putting it on an act. Liar. Although to tell you the truth, I never actually liked you, so that part was a lie, yes. If mother hadn't asked, I would have never even considered getting friendly with you. Amy? You know, life as a noble woman is so dull. It's so restrictive. No room for love at all. So, can you really blame me? This so happened to be the most wonderful night right here for the taking. Why shouldn't I have gone after him? I'm still young. Let me have some fun, you know? Not like women have much else in the way of their recreation. So it wasn't Didier, but you who seduced him. And it would all have worked out beautifully too, if you had only kept your mouth shut. You ruined our family gathering and damaged my reputation. And you called me a whore. That wasn't very nice. Now, was it? Is it any surprise I am a little sore? You brought this on yourself, Michelle. I brought this on myself. Don't you dare. Nothing justifies what you're doing to me. I'm not the disturbed one. You're a crazy whore, and don't you try to pretend otherwise, damn you. Oh my, such language. You're not being very nice to me, Michelle. Yeah, fuck you. Girls aren't supposed to talk like that, you know? I'm not a girl. Then what are you? I'm a man. A man? With that body? Amy quietly rose, grabbed me by the hair, and shoved me to the floor. Let go of me. You call yourself a man? You can't even get out of the girl's grip. I'm not all that strong either. In fact, I'm rather weak. It's just a small, powerless girl. If you were a man, you would have no problem breaking free, malnourished or otherwise. But you can't. She traced the lines of my emaciated ribs with her nails, traveling slowly down my chest. But even ignoring that, you're missing the most important part. Stop, get off me. I tried to shove her aside with the strength I could squeeze out of my arms, but as Amy said, I couldn't even overpower a girl. All I could do was lie beneath her and beg. Get off me. Growling in anger and frustration. Her finger came to stop just above my navel. She looked up at me with a sweet smile, and then pulled her hand away. And just as the wave of relief spread through me, then she shoved me back, jumped up, and slammed her foot between my legs. I shuddered as the pain jolted up my spine. Amy looked down on me as I screamed. A smirk spread across her face. Oh my, does it hurt? That's a surprise. Even without boy parts, it still hurts. Stop, please. And she didn't stop at stepping on me. I'm begging you, stop, please. She dug her toes into my flesh. What are you exactly, Michelle? From the feel of it, you don't have proper girl's parts either. That's so fucked up. I hate this. I cannot, like... On top of the physical pain, unbearable humiliation, and shame corded away at my spirit. I just found someone else outside of Jacopo to hate more. Oh my god. What a strange creature are you? Stop. If I could have died right then and there, honestly that would have been preferable to the emotional hell she was putting me through. You should take a look at yourself in the mirror, Michelle. You're crying, sobbing like a sad little girl. Ah, not much of the boy, are you? And you lasted after me with this body? Seriously? You're disgusting. I can't believe you actually had the gall to fall for me. Okay, this is actually a... yeah, this is the sentence that we had in this like side little flashback he had before. Okay. Yep, so that was actually Amy talking to him. Ah, this is so fucking... I hate you so much. Amy abuse was not a one-time occurrence. As she had promised, she came to feed me every day. But her arrival brought nothing but anguish and torture. Every day, she chipped away more of my spirit. But I hadn't succumbed to her yet. My anger still overpowered and the fear I felt. About a week after Amy started caring for me. Have you been a good girl, Michelle? I brought you a supper. I will set it right here for you. What's the matter, Michelle? Your food's right here. It's going to get cold. Go on, eat. But no using your hands. Crawl over and use your mouth. Come on, eat. Or would you rather I fed you? You... What was that? Do you have something to say? I will key... I can understand the word you're saying, Michelle. He actually killed her? Please! Oh my god! Please, that's going to be so satisfying. Oh my god. If you would eat, you would have enough strength to talk. Kill you. Huh? I'm going to kill you, Amy. That was what I believe. The first time in my life I had felt since I that was, I believe, the first time in my life I had felt a sincere, overpowering desire to end someone's life. I wanted to see her dead. My hands and legs tied up, I lurched for her. And, like the dog she so wanted me to be, I chomped down on her wrists. The taste of someone else's blood was more unpleasant than I had expected. It felt like I was going to vomit. But I was determined to not let go of her wrist of any reason. I would gnaw through the bone and rip her entire hand off. She could beat me unconscious and I still wouldn't let go. She would have to kill me to get me off her. I wanted her to feel the same pain I felt when she trampled on me. Let go. My body never did what I wanted to, though. I could swear on my life I wouldn't release her arm. But I could never seem to make a good on my determination. Amy foot flew up in my emaciated gut. The pointed tip of her shoe dug into my flesh like a knife. I collapsed to the floor in a fit of convulsions. And just as I was about to cut up the mouthful of stomach acid, she rammed her foot in my abdomen a second time. She didn't even give me enough time to get to my feet, yet alone fight back, before she kicked me again. Again and again. My gut, my chest, my legs and my face. What's wrong with you? Don't you get it? You are not the one in control here, you should be thanking me. What did you do to me? It was incredibly hurtful. Yet here I am, bringing you your food. Can you not see just how kind-hearted I am? So why would you go and bite me? What possessed you to do such a thing? Because you are a fucking bitch. Gasping for breath, my consciousness slipping away from me. I got a glimpse of Amy's eyes as she swung her leg back for another kick. And when I did, a single word rose to my mind. demon. Huh, is that something? You can't even stand up to a girl. I'm not that strong. I'm weak and frail. This is the first time I ever kicked someone. I have absolute control over you, Michelle. You understand that right now? You learned your lesson, didn't you? Not an ounce of strength remained within me. My tongue and cheeks were torn up, and my mouth tasted of blood. Thinking herself weak and having no experience in the way of physical violence, she knew no restraint. The ignorant can be so much more brutal and vicious, relentless than the seasoned. My vision had gone red, and I could hardly feel my own face. There was a strange gurgling sound with every breath I took. Jeez, what I'm going to do about this hand? It hurts like crazy. Oh, I know. I'll tell everyone you finally lost it, and try to bite my hand off. They will feel so bad for me. I can just see the sad looks on Didier and George's faces. They will not. You know, your brothers have completely given up on you. A deranged sister is nothing but trouble. You know what are you, Michelle? You're a demon child. I wonder, like, because in the mansion, Michelle said that, like, his brother, like, I think like George's, was like on his side or something. One of the brothers that was like still on his side at the end or something. So it doesn't seem like it. So did he lie about that? It seemed like he thought like the one of the brothers can like help him when he get back to the Bollingers at some point. Something happened at the end. You're a demon child, yeah. Why? Was I a demon and not her? Why did no one come to my aid? Several times I considered ending my life, but every time I did, memories of the better days came back to me. Of the time before my body had transformed, the day when we were all so sure of our happiness, kept me chained to life. Why couldn't things be the way they have been then? In my heart, I hadn't changed at all. So how had things ended up like this? And George just suddenly came in. And the soundtrack doesn't make it feel better. I'm going to cut here. I'm going to hate next episode, am I? Is George, like, okay, so is like George's, like, my assumption right now is that George's will pretend good and everything. Like, come on, George's like suddenly came in here. Unless this is just a dream. Like, he lost like consciousness or something, this is just a dream. But maybe George's just like play nice, basically, to Michelle, and that's why Michelle had like wrong thoughts about George's later when he's exiled in the mansion, basically. So he's like, oh, there's like one brother that is like still up for me. But really he is not. It might be the case like that. But yeah, we'll learn this in the next episode. We'll see what will happen. I hate Amy. I didn't thought like I will despise someone more than Jacopo. I was wrong. Holy crap. Amy is just like the worst thing ever. And yeah, that's it. Like, a lot of stuff got uncovered in this episode. We got to know some stuff. I got a little bit again confused after about the third door, because my point of view of the third door ending again changed. But yeah, I cannot think about anything right now. I'm too tired. Anyway, this is it for this episode. Thank you everyone for being with me. Leave up a like if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord and become a member if you'd like to support me and see the episodes earlier. Thank you once again, and follow Pocket Watch. It's going out.